time I put a book out and say that I wanted to, I was looking for authors or whatever, you always responded. Whether it was poetry or a devotion, you always responded. You always wanted to share. You always had something to share. And it just amazed me that you're not sitting down on your gift. You're grateful for the things
No.
that God has given you. We're not perfect by far. We all have our journeys. We all have things that, well, for me, and I'm just gonna speak on me. I wasn't a perfect person growing up. I have some things that God had to truly deliver me from so that I can be right here where I am. But I realized that those things that I endured, those things that I went through, it wasn't always for me, but it was for the people that I was going to come in contact. Never realized that I was going to be able to do a lot of the things that I'm doing now, because you're talking about a little old country girl from Levelland, South Carolina, born in Anderson, but mostly raised in a little small community. Everybody in my little small community was either my first cousin or my second cousin. But a long story short, I never thought that I would be the author of over 180 literary works. Would I be a podcast host, nor a owner of a network with host and a magazine owner? Something that I never dreamed, nothing that I ever thought that I would do. But God, if we just
But
move
God.
out of the way,
Yes.
and we
Yes.
just move out of
Yes.
the way and allow him to do what he said he would do for us, and just trust him, even when we don't know what it looked like. I tell you, it has been amazing. I want you to um, tell people that may not know you as an author, they may not have ever come in contact with you. I know you just didn't get here. You didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, I'm 70 years old and I have all of these kids." How did you get to becoming an author? How did you get to going into the ministry? What was that thing that you said that changed you and made you want to become a minister, made you want to become an author, that really poked you into the place where you are today?
Well, I'll tell you, Queen Angela, you know, my background is alcoholism. My daddy drank, all of my sisters drank, my brother drank, and so guess what? The baby of the family drank too. So by the time I turned, I guess about 36, I had lost everything I ever had. Um, I was, I don't even think at that point in time I was a functioning alcoholic. I was just an alcoholic, and I had my life. I didn't even like God. I mean, I knew that there was a God. I really did. Because my mother had taught me that. My mother was the only person in my family, that my immediate family, that is, that never, touched any type of alcohol and was always against it. She was always trying to pour out our bottles and hide our bottles and break our bottles, and but if you break an alcoholic's bottle, all they do is go get another one, and this time they put it in a different place. so, that's kind of where I was, and so I got myself in such a mess in Colorado. I had two children at the time. Well, actually, I had three children, but two was babies, was minors, and I just put